Girl, you're my chamacacello. Where you go, girl, I'm gonna follow. What you want, girl, just let me know. You can be my chamacacello. Shorty, I'm gonna get ya. You know I'm gonna get ya. You know I'll even let you be my chamacacello. Yes, I sharmana aja nachte dikhane. Ameri hole aja pari da girane. Ameri yakkiyon se yakkiyan milane. Haruna nakhre dikha. Wanna be my chamacacello. Wanna be my chamacacello. Wanna be my chamacacello. Wanna be my chamacacello. तू मेरी चमक चलो तेरी पिक्चर का मैं हीरो ये भी तुम्हें दिल मुझको दे दो ये कभी मैं चमक चलो Shorty, I'm gonna get ya. You know I'm gonna get ya. Maybe I'll even let you be my chamak chamak chalo. Kaisa sharmana aja nachte dikhane. Ameri hole aja pari da girane. Ameri yakkiyon se yakkiyan milane. Haruna nakhre dikha. Wanna be my chamak chalo. 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 Hey!
That was a great, great job. Another huge round of applause to those girls. They totally deserve it. They made it look easy. It's no easy joke to get up there and dance, so I commend you guys. That was a great job. A little bit of trivia on the song. So I was watching one of these like Indian channels, and the guy who sang it, Akon, he's really famous here. He's a hip-hop musician, rapper. He doesn't really know any Hindi, and he doesn't really have any knowledge of India, but he sang that song, and as you saw, he did a great job with it. So round of applause to Akon. Shout out. He did a great job with that. So now I have with me Dr. Diana Kaneki. Nice
Hi,
to have
Sam.
you here.
Thank you.
We're kind of old friends, rather. She's one of my dad's very, very close friends, and they recently got in touch again. And she has a doctorate in pharmacology. And I really look up to her because someday I hope to have a doctorate. And I know that's not something easy to accomplish, and I know she's done that. So I'm going to give her a round of applause for that.
Thank you.
And one thing that we gave her this Ragachitra Beautiful Birds calendar. So I know I've been talking about this calendar a lot, and you guys have never seen it. Here it is, 3 months into the year. Okay, look, the year is new until like halfway point, okay? And it's not halfway point yet. It's only 3 months into the year. It's still new. Happy New Year. So this is the calendar, and it's obviously beautiful birds, and they're actually quite beautiful birds in here. And when we gave her the calendar, she looked at the birds, and so she was like, wow, you know, I've seen all of these birds. They're all at her backyard. Except for how many?
Two, except for two.
Except for two, all of them are in your backyard. And some of the birds here have some like really awesome names. So they're cardinals here. Do you have cardinals at your backyard?
Yes, we do, yes.
I've actually seen a cardinal once, and most of these birds I see in like places. And you've seen a male American goldfinch?
Oh yes, they all come. I have feeders in the backyard, and they come every day.
Wow, that's
and they come right to the
incredible.
window. It's really beautiful.
So where exactly do you live that you have all these birds? Do you live in like a jungle woods?
No, I live in the Hamptons.
In the Hamptons. That sounds incredible. So she drove for like 5 hours to get here, and she has to drive back several hours to get back home. But thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're very glad to have you here. So now I kind of want to get to the point of why you're here. So a huge problem that we're having in this day and age, especially with this economy, is the fact that many people are uninsured. And that's just the fact of it. Insurance is extremely expensive. So many people are not able to afford insurance, so they neglect it. And there's several problems with that, and you have some statistics and information about that, and as well as a solution. So tell us, what are the problems associated with someone being uninsured?
Well, there's a lot of problems with that. One, most importantly, if you, for example, have developed a very serious disease like cancer, it can really wipe out all of your savings and all of your, whatever you own. So that's a problem. Also, people who don't have health insurance tend to not get preventative care, so dental care or medical care. And so when they do present to the medical system, they're more advanced and the disease is more serious.
You told me a statistic earlier when we were talking that completely appalled me, and at first I was just taken aback, but then it seemed to make more sense. So what were you saying is the mortality rate, or the difference in mortality rate between someone who's insured and uninsured?
Right. There was a study done by Harvard that showed that people who do not have health insurance have a 40% increase in mortality risk as compared to those who have health insurance.
Right. At first, it struck me as, just absurd and terrifying, but it makes sense because, as you were saying, people who don't have health insurance are unable to get the care that they might need. And, we're not doctors for us to know, for us to diagnose ourselves and realize when something's wrong. So oftentimes, even very manageable conditions just slip by unnoticed until they deteriorate and people wind up in the ER.
That's right.
At which point it costs a lot and they are probably beyond the care of medicine.
Right, exactly.
At that point, it's a very advanced, serious problem.
Right.
Right. So I even read about this in the New York Times, and I read this story about this man who, I think he was part of an organization that basically just had a van of medical supplies and was kind of doing this pro bono medical consultation with people. And a lot of the people they were getting were people who were construction workers and the blue collar kind of jobs that they weren't able to have access to medical insurance. And he was telling us about this one guy who came to him with just a really kind of bad cut that he sewed up, but the cut seemed to be getting worse every time he came to the van. And at some point, the guy stopped coming to the van.
Right.
And this doctor had no idea why the guy stopped coming, and he can only assume that either the guy decided to move or, worst case scenario, something terrible happened to the guy.
Got very sick.
So what is a solution to this?
Well, there's a few things that people can do because really the problem is that it's so expensive,
right,
as you said. So one problem is that people who don't access health care don't have the finances to
right. That's the very
afford
simple reason.
Right. So one thing to do is that in the local communities, some of the organizations like Chambers of Commerce or local business groups have group health insurance. So if you join one of these groups, then maybe you can have access to group health insurance, which is cheaper than if you were to buy it on your own. The other option, which people don't really know about, is discount health plans. These are not insurance. They are discount health plans, but they make access to health care very affordable. I happen to be a member of one, and I promote one through my company. And in this case, they offer 10 to 85% off of most health services. So dental, vision, prescription, doctor visits, radiology, and more. So it really makes it very affordable. And they range in price from $20 to about $50 a month to participate and to get these really big savings. So at least people can get the preventative care for dental and medical that they really need.
That's incredible that there are options like that. I did not know about this. I mean, I myself, I was looking through my college insurance thing, and I was telling you this earlier, and one of the insurance companies that my college, I think, is affiliated with or something like that, said discount health insurance for college students. So I was interested, and I clicked on it, and it took me to a thing where it said how much it would cost for an individual, and this is the college discount, $990 per month, which is exorbitant and completely, I don't know how any college student can afford it, especially one in a public university like myself. So other than students, what are the other demographics that would benefit from this discount health plan?
Well, employers will benefit. Most most small companies cannot afford health
Right.
benefits for their employees. These discount plans do qualify as a benefit, so the employer can make them available, and they also can make them pre-tax, so it can have tax savings. So it really
they're
works out
benefits
well.
for the employer and the employee.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
great. And we were talking earlier about some of the demographics with the highest rate of people uninsured. So what were those? that you were telling me?
Well, the ethnic groups are really affected. In the Asian population, about 17% do not have health insurance. And of those who are working, about 40% don't have employer-based health insurance. The Latino population is really seriously affected. About 30% don't have health insurance, and about 60% who are working don't have employer-based health insurance.
Right. So for all these people, a great plan would be something like the discount plan that you were just telling us about. So if people want to get more of that information, where can they get that?
www.discounthealthanddental.com.
www.discounthealthanddental.com. So I'm sure even if you Google it, you will find it. And how can people get in touch with you?
Through that website. My information's on the website.
Okay, that's lovely.
Great.
Is there any other information that you would like to share with our viewers regarding the discount health plan?
Well, it's not insurance.
Right, that's one of the
but-
key
right.
points. It's not insurance.
And unlike insurance, though, everyone qualifies. So if you have a condition that maybe insurance wouldn't accept, you qualify. There are no age requirements. It's unlimited services, so there's no caps on how many services you can get. And it's just really a wonderful option for people to access the healthcare system.
And you've been part of this plan for how long now, if I may ask?
2 years.
2 years. And she is, just proof of this. There are often times when, I have to go to the doctor as required by my insurance, and I'm like, once a year, why do I need that? I don't really need that. But it's true, we really do need this. And that's a really great reason for you guys to look into this Discount Health and Dental. And so thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
It's great
me.
having you here.
Thank you.
One more time for our viewers, how can they get this information and how can they contact you?
www.discounthealthanddental.com.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Great having Dr. Diana Konecki here, and hopefully we'll have you back here again.
Great,
and
thank
hopefully
you.
next time you can take pictures of birds
I certainly
and show
will.
us. I'd love to see that.
I
so
will.
Big round of applause to her.
Thank you.
She brought us some very apt and timely information. And next up, we have an incredible Indian artist, Mr. Bivas Chaudhary. And I'm not going to let you forget about the mystery message just yet. So right before I speak to Mr. Bivas Chaudhary, you're going to get to see the message. So take a quick peek at it while I get situated. All right? Yeah? All right, we're back with an artist. This is kind of a rare occasion at India Talks, so let's give Mr. Bibas Chowdhury a big round of applause. Great to have you here. So we were talking earlier in the show, and it struck me as kind of odd that I've never really seen art around Queens, or I've never really been looking for it. But now we have an exhibit of art by Indian artists at the Queen's Crossing, right?
Right.
And you were part of it.
Yes.
So congratulations. That's a great, great thing to have.
Thank you.
So tell us about your art.
I do abstract modern art,
Mm-hmm.
and it's such a big subject.
It is a huge
Yeah.
subject. So let me ask you a little bit more. Since we were talking and you were
Right.
telling me that you've traveled around the world, right? So is there any country or any part of the world that has influenced your art the most or changed your art the most?
Yes, there are a few places, especially the border in between France and Spain.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something in the air. I found more creative inspiration.
Really?
Yeah, that's where all those big artists are from. And even our first Altamira cave is right there.
Oh,
I was
that's
surprised.
true.
Something was in the air. And I thought, I like to go back there and paint. Not every places are designed or have all kind of ingredients
Right.
you need to work.
Right.
But that special place, and another one was Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, the whole continent. They are, they look poor, but they are so rich in their culture. I was surprised.
So are there any parallels, you think, between Indian culture and African?
There are so many similarities.
Judging from an artistic perspective.
Yeah, there are so many similarities, but Africa, the continent, it provides the main ingredient of our modern art, which is the primitivism. It's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah, we have changed. The whole world is changing. We're becoming more sophisticated
true.
with a technological driven society. But that African continent, it's remained primitive. So many things we can go back and, be influenced by it.
That's very true. So we have some of your pieces of art, actually. Once they start coming up, we can talk about it and see what exactly you were thinking and feeling when you did these. That one, for instance, what is it called?
Oh, this one is called Spider. I have done this one in Barcelona.
Barcelona, that's incredible.
Yes. That's what I was talking about, that Barcelona.
Oh, wow. And this one?
This one is in New York. It's called Innocence Lost.
Oh, why is that?
Innocence Lost is give a name that, as you can see, it's lots of design. It's falling apart.
Right.
And it's evidently no reason, but it's falling apart. That's the idea of innocence.
That's true. You're right. Innocence is something that just seems to deteriorate and go away without any clue, any reason as to why. And what medium is that?
That one is called mixed media.
Okay.
Mixed media, you can almost use any kind of like oil, acrylic.
What's your
pastel.
favorite media?
I mostly use acrylic and oil.
Oh, acrylic and oil. That's incredible. So Indians, I don't really, or maybe I haven't been exposed to it, but I haven't really seen Indians being very into modern art.
Right.
So where exactly did you get that inspiration and that influence?
Oh, since after the 1947, after our independence, we are exposed to the whole world. The whole world has changed.
That's true.
So they are doing, instead of traditional art, they are doing a modern art. So modern is, we are living in a contemporary society, and which is modern. So we breathe and see things, and we have to be very up to date.
Right.
That is called modern.
Right, that's very true. So do you feel your art has changed over the years?
Yes, it's like a long, long learning process. I should say it's like one lifetime is not enough. It's such a big, vast subject.
What do you think you've learned most from art in terms of applying it to life? And because you're a very philosophical and highly intellectual person, and I feel like that comes through your knowledge of art and your practice of art. So what has art taught you? How has it changed the way you see the world?
The artist, back then, like Michelangelo, he was everything. You have to be more knowledgeable in every subject. And the art, you can almost incorporate any ideas, any technology, any knowledge into it. So you have to know so many things.
Right. So what is your art mostly based on?
You mean where I live, or?
No, not where from. I mean, what do you base your paintings or your art on? How do you start that?
It's a process. It's like what triggers you. There are so many things could trigger you, and some of them are like is very hard to overcome, and that remains in your system, and it has to come out.
It has to come out.
Right.
What's that one?
Oh, this one is called Memory Still Burning. Right after 9/11, I was, it's based on that tragic event in New York, and I had to paint that one because I worked near the World Trade Center for so long.
And this one?
This one is called Uprooted in Africa. When I was especially in Zambia, I saw the whole country was, mined all over. There's Chinese companies they are mining for copper. So the whole continent, it's like upside down, uprooted. Plus they have another, it's called slash and burning process to clear out those.
Oh, to clear out the fields and right. Your art is just incredible because I feel like I see so many influences in it, and I know our viewers would love to see more of it. So where can they see your art right now?
Oh, I have so many websites. Anyone can Google my name and
Vivas Chaudhry, remember that?
There are hundreds of.
And the exhibit that your art is part of right now, which is at the Queen's Crossing, how do viewers see that? When is it happening?
Oh, it's next Saturday on 17th.
Next Saturday, March 17th.
Is opening.
Is that free?
It is free, but you have to make a RSVP before you come.
So how would viewers be able to make that RSVP? How would they find out this information?
Anyone can, Indo-American Art Council.
IAAC.US.
And then you'll see our Erasing Border exhibition. And then you can see the whole announcement. And there is a name where you can call or email for RSVP. Right?
Okay, so viewers, remember that. IAAC.US, is that it?
Yes.
Okay, and you will see Mr. Vivas Chaudhry's art there, as well as many other Indian artists.
Right.
Have you seen any of the other artists' work yet?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
They are okay. Yeah, because we are a product of two cultures, not one. So now we are, it's called American Indians. We try to make both out of both countries.
We incorporate from our experiences.
We try to make best out of both countries and both cultures.
Right.
Some of us were educated in both countries and both cultures, so it's more interesting.
Right, and I definitely see that in your art, and your art, because you've traveled, has so many influences and is so unique, and it was great having you here. And the viewers should definitely check out the exhibit at the Queen's Crossing of all the other Indian artists, including Mr. Vivas Chaudhry. So thank you for being here. Big round of applause.
Thank you.
And before we go, don't think I forgot about the mystery message. I still have it. So everyone, come on in here. Let's play this game. Don't feel shy. Come on in, especially the dancers. They're the best looking ones tonight. They look awesome. All right. So, yes, don't tiptoe. Come. All right. So let's see the mystery message, and let's see if we can guess it. Do all of us fit in the camera? We're good? Yeah? Okay, awesome. All right. So let's play this game. Come Come on. Okay, the hint is we found nothing. All right, so far, any guesses? No, exclamation point, that's my guess. All right, next one. Let's see a little bit more. Okay, there's an A there.
Are you going to be Vanna White?
Yes, I know.
Right?
I've always wanted to be Vanna White.
There
She
you
wears
go.
such pretty dresses, man.
Right.
Okay, so any guesses so far? What about you? Pooja?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Any other guesses from here?
No.
No?
No.
You sure?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's reveal a little bit more. Look, I was already guessing by this point. So, so call out anything. Akira auntie.
I don't want to know my guesses.
Okay. In
I
that
saw
case.
one mystery, one word.
Oh, which one?
I think it's father's in.
Oh, where? Oh.
Second, third, fourth
Oh,
line.
maybe. Okay.
Oh.
We have some, we think it could be fathers in there.
Nation.
T-H. No, it's not.
No, it's
No,
not. It's not
after.
father.
After. Oh, no.
Any other guesses? Diana?
I have no idea.
Indians?
Oh,
Yes, okay, that could be.
Indians?
I'd be the worst Vanna White. I think I'd just like call it
Second
out.
word is Indians.
Indian.
Okay, Indians.
Is time
Here,
Time, you think?
the last one?
The last word is
Shun.
all together, I think.
it's Tion.
Keep on guessing. So
Okay.
by the time it will be
All
all.
right, let's reveal.
Ancient Indians?
Oh, you're right. Ancient,
Ancient Indians.
Indians.
All right, it's getting better.
Where?
Were. Come on, you guys are almost there. You guys would suck at Wheel of Fortune.
Were
Where?
Water? What?
It's not water. Yes! One of the parents called
The
it out. This is-
masters in
Yes! Yeah! You win a trip to
great.
nowhere, back to
know.
Brooklyn. You win a trip back to Brooklyn. But anyways, all right. So before we go, quickly, thank the crew. Thank you guys so much. You guys were awesome, and thank you for that surprise. I'm still very, very happy from
Happy
that. All right.
birthday.
So
Happy
thank
birthday.
you. Yes, and our Ragachitra students are actually in a competition tomorrow, so good luck to them.
Woohoo!
So thank you for watching this episode of India Talks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank the crew, which is Jonathan Griffith, Chico, Aurelia, Mike, Ruben, Renee Valdivia. Am I missing anyone? Dad, Mom. That's not even fair. Okay, and everyone should like our Facebook page, India Talks on Facebook. See, what happened was we had the old format and it kind of got wiped out. So right now, the only person who likes it is me. That looks really bad. So any viewers, go like our page on Facebook. And reminders, Sharanam's on March 17th and the art exhibit at Queen's Crossing. And I'll see you guys again on April 13th. How much time do I have left? 1 minute. Okay, and 1 minute, I have to tell you about Relay for Life. You are going to go to Relay for Life. No. tinyurl.com/Team Baruch and donate to Relay for Life. If you don't know what Relay for Life is, try and Google it because I don't have time to tell you right now. But you should donate to Doctors Without Borders and Relay for Life. Okay, so I love you guys and I will see you again on April 13th. Good night. Have a great weekend.